morning. Today it is Wednesday. It is May 20th. The year is 2020. Welcome to Donald Trump's coronavirus pandemic. So Donald Trump is going to end up owning this catastrophe, and he's going to go down in history as the dumbest president ever. Highest unemployment level ever in the history of this country. There's going to be millions of bankruptcies, foreclosures, repossessions, businesses closing left and right. Every day I wake up here in Atlanta and turn on the news, there are businesses shutting down left and right here. Left and right, gone, this place gone. I found out today, one of my friends texted me and said his job shut down after they've been in business for decades. And he said, well, we're gone now. I said, they gone? I said, oh, I'm not good. So anyway, as all these businesses who have been in business for literally decades close, who just a few weeks ago seemingly were in a booming, great Trump economy, well, what could happen in just a few weeks, a couple of months, that all these restaurants, established businesses that have been around for decades are out of here? What took place? Well, maybe these businesses were never doing as good as we have been led to believe by Donald Trump and company. Maybe the economy just wasn't as good as what people thought. Maybe the housing market and all this stuff, the stock market, the housing, all this stuff that we've watched these houses skyrocket to unbelievable prices. Maybe this stuff just wasn't really worth what they were, what we have been led to believe. And maybe that's why in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic now the truth has been exposed, and then this stuff that has just been propped up or very thin margins. Something just doesn't seem right when you have businesses collapsing left and right. And we only been in this for a couple of months. Well, since March, let's just say March, April, 9 to May. Going on 3 months. In China, I don't know if any of you all saw this, but yesterday they locked down 100 million people. Closed the factories, closed everything that I forget what part of China. So I think it's a different part of China, but because they were having problems with the coronavirus, COVID-19, rearing his ugly head again, they ordered 100 million people into quarantine. And China's quarantine lockdown is a little bit different than America's. You don't leave that motherfucker. You stay in your house. So, how are we moving forward as everything, they're reopening up the economies. They're trying to we're going into Memorial Weekend next weekend. They're trying to get things back going again. But we still have not contained the virus at all in any way whatsoever. If anything, this is probably the worst country for containment, contact tracing, testing. Nothing has been done correctly, but they ready to open back up for business. So anyway, I popped into Macy's yesterday for a very brief minute and it was a ghost town. I couldn't even find I walked that store. I didn't see a sales clerk, another customer. I thought like I was in some weird movie. But I did notice that Macy's was clean as a whistle. Even had sanitation place. I got me some sanitizer. Sanitizer up in that damn place. I said, this is nice. But I did see some good sales though. I didn't get a chance to really shop when they were about to close. Maybe that's why there were no customers and I didn't see any salespeople. They already fled the scene. But I heard an announcement, we close in 15 minutes. I said, damn it, I didn't get a chance to. And I was actually up there looking in the home stuff. I saw some comforters I like. I said, they were 60% off. Nice stuff. I said, oh my goodness, I need to get this stuff. But I didn't have but 15 minutes to try to get all this stuff out and get it to the car. So I said, I'd come back tomorrow. I had my mask on, and I was Macy's. I said, they got a good sale up here. I didn't make it over to the menswear. That's what I was trying to get to. I'll do that today, and I am going back up there. Give me some damn coronavirus pandemic sales. I need some underwear, too, so I need to go down and shop. What else don't sell? But what I did see in Home Goods, they had some good sales in those comforters and sheets and towels and stuff. I need all of the above. We go through towels, I don't know where these towels disappear to over here. They just vanish. I think the coronavirus eating towels over here. That's been going on for a long time. So anyway, I need to go over there to go back to Macy's and look around and see. So, but the mall, I did get a chance to peek out into the mall. I didn't see a soul out there, but closed stores. There are only 5 stores open in Lenox Mall. That's it. I don't know what's going on with it, Phipps Plaza. But anyway, as more stores close, more restaurants close. They didn't close so many restaurants. They closed the PF's chains in Dunwoody. They closed it. They closed Simon's restaurant in Midtown. They've closed so many restaurants here in Atlanta, and it's just getting started. A lot of restaurants are not going to open. There was too many restaurants here anyway. And what they're saying is the landlords are not giving them rent breaks. So they're not giving them hold on. I'm trying to find the article. Hold on a second. Due to COVID. There we are. So they're not giving these people, it fills up Philadelphia restaurants. We ain't in Philadelphia, but Philadelphia has closed restaurants permanently. Boston area has closed restaurants permanently. Knoxville. Here we go. The Atlanta restaurants and bars that have permanently closed during the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic. Let's see. They got a bunch of them. Blaxican, Big Pie in the Sky, Ann and Beals. They had 3 locations. Ann and Beals, they had 46 years they're closed. Caco Cafe Sunflower, that was a well-known restaurant. CNS Seafood and Oyster Bar gone, bye-bye. Duke's Bar and Grill, Lucky's Burger and Brew in Embry Village, I know what that is. Panahar Bangladesh Cuisine, they're closed. Simon's was kind of surprised to me because they only been there for a while. They had a Simon's was in Midtown on Juniper Street, very popular restaurant. I could never get in. It was always packed with people. But they are gone after 3 years. The Canteen Food Hall is gone. There's a lot of stuff that's closed. A lot of businesses are not going to be open. So it'll be interesting to see. Donald Trump's booming economy is no longer booming. Yeah, it's his fault. Arizona's closed. That's crazy. It's because they had just changed ownership too out at Stonecrest Mall. Arizona's closed. Not surprised about that though. Georgia Grill, the Georgian Club, Greater Good Barbecue, Krog Bar in Rathburn. Now, this was a surprise because Krog Bar in Rathburn is a well-known chef here in Atlanta, and he's closed 2 of his restaurants. Is he going to keep the other 2 open for now? Rerod Irish Pub has closed. Wow. On Peachtree Street. That's a good restaurant up there closed, man. There's a lot of stuff. The Tin Lizzie's Cantina at Emery Point. I didn't know that they closed Rerod's Irish Pub. That's one of my favorite restaurants. But it's gone. Bye-bye. Well, that's an excellent location, too. So, like I keep telling people, there's good coming out of this and bad coming out. Unfortunately, a lot of people are losing their jobs. But I do think there would be opportunities for new people who are in restaurant, who want to go into the restaurant industry, assuming you got some money, to open restaurants focusing on takeout and to go, with lower cheaper rent, lower overhead, lower prices. I think we will see in the next few years as we go through this crisis. It ain't gonna end in July, like Donald Trump said. As we continue to go through this crisis, more restaurants will close, and there's going to be a glut of restaurant space available for rent and lease at bargain basement prices. So if you're ready to go try out your mama's recipes at a local restaurant, focus on the go. You know, sit nobody at no table because it's kind of hard to run a restaurant when you're doing social distancing. That don't work. You know, you have to go on curbside pickup. So a lot of these restaurants we're not able to withstand, not able to reinvent themselves in these trying times. Now, as we move forward with this pandemic, like I said, Donald Trump will be known for this for the rest of his damn life. And it'd be very interesting to see how things go over the next few months to few years as it reopens up. So as it reopen up the economies over the next few months, as the cities reopen, things start to get back to normal. We have been repeatedly warned by scientists that we are doing this all the incorrect way, that there will be a surge in cases again, and we will face round two. This is important for you because I'm keep bringing this up, because a lot of us are going back to our daily routines, and we're not going to be paying attention when coronavirus rears its ugly head for COVID-19 reloaded part 2 is coming. We are going to be back to normal thinking everything's honky-dory, and folks going to start dropping dead, which is not going to happen. So, you all have better get prepared early this year, earlier for fall than you normally do. This is what I'm telling you all to do. Prepare. We don't know what might happen, but prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Stock up on your food and stuff. Nothing wrong with get you some canned goods. I know it ain't the best vegetables. Get your little freezer. Put you some meats and stuff in there. Just get ready. This summer, just start preparing for the fall. Get you some money saved up. Prepare for this fall. They're saying it's going to be a disaster, especially since more than likely they will not have any type of treatment or vaccine. So we have to be prepared as if it is going to be a major disaster this fall, which it might be. Nothing wrong with getting prepared so that you don't have to participate in coronavirus COVID-19 part 2. Be prepared to shelter in place. Limit your contact with people this fall. In fact, I've already made the decision. That's what I'm trying to get out of this place and into a house with a garage so I can build my own home gym, so I don't have to even consider going to a gym this fall because I already know what's going to happen. We already know about gyms and how they operate. So this fall, you might want to be prepared to deal adequately with this issue. At least prepare yourself in a way as if you're preparing just like for anything. Like if you're preparing for hurricane season, if you live in a hurricane-prone area or any type of area where natural catastrophes or disasters happen, we have a disaster that's pending. Assuming things don't get out of hand this summer. It's kind of worrisome to me that China just locked down 100 million people, ordered 100 million people into quarantine, drastic quarantine measures again. Although I believe this is a different area where they did the last quarantine, but 100 million people is a lot of people to be quarantined, but they did do it. So obviously some things are going on over there that, China has not been very forthcoming with their issues with the coronavirus. But it must be drastic for them to make that decision. So we have to get through this summer. But meanwhile, as we're going through the summer, you all need to begin, like I said, just prepare for the fall, where we've been warned this situation will be dire again, probably worse than what took place this spring. So be prepared. It doesn't hurt to be prepared. Get your little freezer if you don't have one. Start going to the store buying essential items, toilet tissue, all that. You do got to wipe your hands though. Just a little bit of time. You don't have to rush in there and get cases and cases and stuff. But you got all summer. You got May, June, July, August. But by September, you better have your shit together. Because flu season really can start September, October. If you don't have your shit together by September, going into October, you're in trouble. You've been warned. Now, you can do what you want to do. I'm just telling y'all what I'm going to do. Y'all can do whatever the hell y'all want to. I ain't got no children. I just want to be prepared. I'm listening to these scientists. I'm not no fool over here. I'm listening to what they're saying. So I already made my mind. August, I get my flu shot, get my pneumonia shot. There's another shot I need to get too. I've already made arrangements with my doctor. She's already given me where I can go. I'm going to do that in August. At the latest, July. Earliest July. But I'm really trying to hold off until August to do that. And then going into August, September, I should be well stocked and prepared for the storm this fall. But again, I'm hoping for the best, preparing for the worst. At the worst, if not, the fall is not what they claim, I can take this extra food and stuff and donate it to a food bank. So what? We made it. But I'm not going to sit over here and be no fool, listen to Donald Trump and company and these other idiots, because this is an election year. And I think the shit going to hit the fan badly before we can really get Donald Trump out of office. So come October, November, and elections in November, September, October going to be a crucial month. That the September, October, boy, I think we're going to see some shit going on there. But like I said, I'm just more pessimistic about things, but I'll prepare for the worst, hoping for the best. We'll see how this plays out. So, anyway, this video, I got started a little bit later than I wanted to on this video. It's already 12:30 over here, and I got a lot of shit I need to do today. Like eat breakfast. I ate a little something while I was trying to figure out what to do. Yeah, but a lot of shit is shutting down for good here in Atlanta. A lot of stuff is permanently closing. And Donald Trump will be remembered as his presidency will be remembered for the greatest disaster in American history. That's what he will be known for. Because he shouldn't have never had his ass in that office any damn way. That's a whole other video. I'm just sick of talking about that food. The ignorant motherfuckers who voted for him. But anyway, today it is Wednesday. It is May 20th. The year is 2020. And I'll be back later on, but let me some breakfast. I'm out. Bye.